Hello and welcome back. So the video that I want to share with you guys today is just me sharing my prescription jar. So the idea for this was totally inspired by the Forever35 podcast. If you are into podcasts, like listening to them, they're a great one to check out. They mainly focus, their overarching thing is like skincare, but really they just talk. It's two women co-hosting. Mainly they just talk between themselves or invite guests on to talk about like self-care practices. But I believe it was someone who called into their podcast that said she made herself a prescription jar that just has a bunch of slips of paper in it full of things that whenever they're feeling not great, they can just take one. So their prescription is take one. So I loved that idea and I use it for basically that same thing. You know, anywhere on the range of emotions from just kind of to having anxiety or being sad, I take one. So I haven't had to use it much. I try and, practice gratitude every day, but it's just comforting knowing I have this on hand, and no matter what I pull out of it, I have to go do, because these are things that I know just light me up and help me feel better. I believe all of them are free as well. So if you like this idea, I strongly suggest you go make yourself a prescription jar, find something pretty to put it in. I did because I just like pretty things. So let's go through these. Okay. So first one I have here is walk in nature. I think everyone knows it's just an innate human thing to love being outdoors, love being among living things and fresh air. I am very grateful that I live somewhere where that's so readily accessible. Even if I'm just, going outside my apartment and reading under some trees, or I have access to a river fairly close by, I love going there. I love the mountains, I love hiking, going up the canyons, and all of that. So being out in nature, excellent one. And it's scientifically proven to work. Okay, next one, read an old favorite. I think when I wrote this, I'm talking about reading an old book. That's a favorite. Some of my favorites that are quick reads would be the Once Upon a Time series or George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl. Love those. Two of my favorite bigger novels are things like Jane Eyre or Count of Monte Cristo. So I love those. If I'm needing a quick pick-me-up, I'm trying to think if there are any articles that I really like. I don't know. I'd probably go for something quicker. Maybe a children's book. I have far too many children's books for someone who has no children yet. But one day. Okay. Try a new hairstyle. This is a good one. So I love having new hairstyles. I love fancy braids. I love being on Pinterest and seeing new ideas. But just being that I'm a teacher and I wake up super early in the morning, usually my go-to for my hair is a bun or just having it down. I really don't have much variety outside of that. Sometimes I do a French braid, but it does make me very happy when I try a new hairstyle and it works, and I should do that more often just for the heck of it. Not even to, have a pick-me-up. Okay, face mask. Whether it's a sheet mask or a, goo that you slather all over. I used to sometimes just slather Manuka honey all over my face. It just makes me feel happier. So, I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Have a rose tea. I love rose tea. I am not really into drinking a lot of teas, but that is one that I will always go to, especially the Downton Abbey. It's the brand of the tea. I think Republic of Tea makes it, but it's like their Downton Abbey series. What is it called? Something Rose. It's amazing. I love putting a little bit of cream and sugar in it. Oh, it's so good. I need to have that on hand in case, I ever pull that out. Take a hot bath. That's a classic for me. I was the girl at home that was known for taking baths that lasted multiple hours. I love bath bombs, bath salts, everything. Reading in the bath, that's a quality. Okay, legs up on wall and deep breaths. Okay, so I just like sometimes laying like with my back on the floor, on the bed, and then my legs up against the wall and just sitting there and thinking. That's, I don't know, it's like really meditative for me, I guess, but it really relaxes me. Another weird thing about me, not weird, I'm not weird, sort of. Another thing about me is I love pressure. So, and I still do this to this day with my husband, but even like as a little girl, just tiny, my mom says that whenever I would fall asleep next to her, immediately I'd go sideways and like shove my legs under anyone or anything that was near me, because I love that feel of pressure. It helps me go to sleep, which I should probably get one of those weighted blankets, because I'm pretty sure those were made for people like me. Okay, next one. Have a lavender steamer, kind of like the rose tea. I have a Cocoa Motion. It's like one of those pitchers that heat up. You're supposed to make hot chocolate in it, but I use it to make lavender steamers usually and most often. I just put sweetened vanilla almond milk. I don't like unsweetened almond milk. It's got to be the good stuff. I put that in my Cocoa Motion and a little bit of lavender syrup, and it's just this light, lovely flavor, and I feel very fancy and feminine drinking it, so that's great. Open windows and take in view. Yes, and I'm especially happy with our new apartment because I have fairly decent view of the mountains from here, and we have a tree like right outside our windows and balcony, so it's nice having that. I also just love when I don't have curtains, so this is just me daydreaming for the day I'll have curtains again, but I love having the windows open at night and when there's like a soft little breeze and your curtains are just like lightly billowing in the air and the breeze. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, rearrange bookshelf. I love this one. As you can see, if you can see, I don't know if you can see from that angle, I like organizing my bookshelf by color, but I also just have knickknacks on there, like this black sand I got in Hawaii, eggs, stones, all this stuff that my students say makes me 47% vegan, but I'm not. Not vegan, that is. Probably 47%, so I am. But I love, getting back to the topic, I love rearranging bookshelves. I love finding different ways to organize things, even if I'm going through and getting rid of books that don't bring me joy anymore. You know, that phrasing that we have because of Marie Kondo. I do like Marie Kondo. I like my environment being peaceful, but yeah, reorganize bookshelf. I used to do that all the time. I also just like reorganizing my space, like putting the bed against a different wall or moving where we have chairs or stuff like that. Okay, massage your feet. I love giving myself foot massages. I love any kind of massage, but feet are especially convenient because it's one that's easy to give to yourself without also being distracted by the fact that you're the one having to give the massage as well. So, when using oils to massage your feet. That's good. Light a candle. I love candles. I love good smelling ones. I hate ones that give you headaches. And I like ones with multiple wicks in them. Makes the light dance more prettily. Tend to plants. Oh, that's a nice one. Taking care of something else. I love plants, as you know if you've seen my apartment tour. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have about 6 that are happy and living right now. My aloe vera's not doing so great, so I probably, should help that out. But, even if it's just wetting down a rag and like wiping off the leaves of my, oh no, how many plants did I say? There's one more on top of whatever I said. But just like wiping down their leaves or watering them, it's very therapeutic for me. I'm staring over at my plants, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, listen to Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that soundtrack. I love pirates. I love all things nautical, but I would never be someone to actually decorate with nautical things like anchors everywhere and blue stripes and blue waves everywhere. I like the aesthetic of the ocean and pirates. They're cool. Another one I would say on top of the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack, I don't know why, but whenever the Jurassic Park theme song starts, I get emotional, like frog in my throat. Not quite tears in my eyes, but if it was the right time of day or right time of month, it could happen. The tears. Or if I didn't get enough sleep the night before. That tends to make me emotional, as my husband will tell you. Say a prayer. Praying is good. Personal prayers are better, especially when you make sure that they're from the heart and you're not just kind of redundantly saying the same thing over and over again, but actually having a conversation. Because He's God. He's our Heavenly Father, and He, has our best interests. He loves us. So that's one I actually need to be better about. So I'm gonna work on that. Paint my nails. What can I say? I like painting my nails. Usually I'm someone who, I'll paint my fingernails, but it will only last about a day before I take it off because I hate when it chips. I hate when people have like only a little bit of nail polish left on their fingernail, and it's just like, go home and take that off. I hate it. So on my nails, I usually go for just clear nails. If I do put color, it's not gonna last super long, but I do love putting color on my toes. The ones I use right now are Essie. I think I have a pink one and a red one. Something bubbles. Anyway, those are all of my little self-care pills that I can go to in times of need when maybe necessarily my brain won't come up with how to take care of itself on its own. This may grow, maybe I'll add some more, but that's what I have for starters. If you like this idea, be sure to make your own prescription jar. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, be sure to like it if you feel so inclined. Comment any questions you have, comments, concerns, compliments, and yeah, see you around. Bye.